My name's Nick, welcome to the channel, and we just bought a 2024 GTR that is probably the ugliest one of one that you will ever see. So the story behind this is WWE and Slim Jim actually teamed up to give this car away for a WrestleMania. The person who won it won the car, some cash, and tickets to WrestleMania, and then they decided after about a year of having it, they didn't want to own it, and they came out to Seco's Cars and Coffee, which is where we're at, and they put it on consignment. So my wife and I, we do the wraps down here, wrap, tint, PPF, and so she came in and she was doing a job, saw this sitting in the shop and said, hey, why don't we go put an offer on it? And here we are. This is Speedy Meaty. So I get a lot of mixed reviews on this car. This car is one of those things that people either love it or they hate it. And there's pretty much no in between. And I understand because, I mean, there's a lot going on. You got all the gold, yellow, the flames. You can't really win in this situation, but it is very unique. You will never see anything like this again, which is kind of fun because every time I stop anywhere, I get people that are always like, holy crap, what is this thing? Why is it Slim Jim? Are you sponsored? I wish, but no, I just paid for this. The guy who won it was very excited about it, and they came with a bunch of Slim Jims fully loaded and all the Slim Jim holders, which I'll show you in a second. This thing has a lot going on in the front too with this, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a plastic board that's actually just taped down to the front of it. They got the grills that are painted in red. It's gonna take a lot, but my wife and I are actually going to fix it up and get it back to its original color on the outside, and we're gonna try to fix this interior. So when you're sitting in the driver's seat, this is what you're welcomed with. You got the red steering wheel that looks like they actually dyed it because it is kind of picking and peeling away. You got the steering wheel cover right here that is actually just a sewn on cover that's pretty loosely fitting. Like you can see here and here that it does just kind of move around. So that'll end up coming off as well. The vents for the ventilation and the AC is just a wrapped piece with a yellow over it. They ended up actually reupholstering the dash here is what it looks like. So they got the yellow stitching with the red. It's very thick to the point where if you look at the door, you can actually see where the stitching is coming through and hitting the door and leaving an indent. So that's a little weird, but it is what it is. We'll end up coming around and fixing the stitching at some point. That's gonna be a big project in itself. Coming over to the rest of the door, we have these stickers here. They're actually just peeling right off. You can just peel it off at any time. We have this little cover here for the actual handle. That's just a little sewn on cover that they put behind this trim right here. The yellow here is also wrapped. Moving down, you got the velvet and this is actually really funny. This right here is just the Slim Jim logo illuminated onto the ground, but it's so dull that you can barely even see it at night. Moving over, we got more Slim Jim holders with the mesh on the yellow. and then they spray painted the cover for the speakers and just slapped another little metal Slim Jim badge on there. And that is the driver's side door. This used to be yellow, but my wife ended up taking it off for another video. You guys can see that at Luxe Custom Autos on Instagram. Moving on to the rest of it, this is the actual center where the shifter is. Looks like they also did a little bit of a dye on the leather here, so this is picking away as well. But the leather here is all reupholstered and redone. It's not a terrible job, but I don't love the yellow stitching, and it is really thick. You can see kind of how it bulges out a little bit, and the stitching is a little bit off, but it's hand stitched. Nissan already comes hand stitched, so I'm not too worried about that. I just want to get rid of the yellow so it's not McDonald's spec. Coming down, we have this whole center piece right here is all yellow. It's peeling away, it's picking up. It's carbon fiber underneath this, so I am actually very excited to peel that up. So moving on to the back of the car, we got the same leather on the seats. We got the bright yellow subwoofer. We got the giant Slim Jim logo on the actual speaker itself. This is just taped on. Yep. I'm going to have to take that off later. Great. We got the Slim Jim holders that are actually attached to the seat belts. Just put right on there. The red interior pieces. I think that's actually leather that they wrapped around the plastic. We got our classic Slim Jim cup. That thing's pretty awesome. We got the sewn in Slim Jim holders right into the side of the center console back here as well. Whole lot going on back here as well. So we're going to start pulling out some of the yellow trim pieces right here. We're starting with the center console. My wife has already started actually pulling it out. This is Roberta. She runs Luxe Custom Autos down here at Seacoast Cars and Coffee. She's going to pull this right up and pull it out so we can actually start tearing all of this yellow right off of it. We got this piece out right here, so we're going to actually take that out of the car to unwrap it. But we don't really want to pull this out, unplug it all. So this yellow trim right here, we're just going to leave in the car and pull it right off. Should be easy enough. Not too big of a piece. And we'll leave that in there as well as the vents right here. We'll pull all that off in the car. But we're going to go ahead and start off with this piece because it's a full carbon piece underneath all this wrap. And I am very, very excited to see it. So we got the little workstation set up over here. All you really need is a heat gun and a flat table to work on. She's done this millions of times, just pulling the wrap right off. When you heat it up, it actually activates the adhesive a little bit, so it makes it a little bit easier to pull off. Because vinyl is essentially just a giant sticker.
Ready for the carbon, y'all?
So much better than yellow. Oh man. I've been so excited to see this come off for so long. When we originally got it, that piece up in the corner right there was already pulling out. So it was failing right there. So it immediately made me want to pull it off, but I wanted to get some video and film of it to make it actually look correct.
Look at how you never see this. So this vinyl, I don't even know what kind of vinyl this is. It's delaminating the top layer as I'm peeling it. I've never seen that happen before.
That is wild. And that's why we always say try to use good materials, because really crappy materials will just fall apart on you quickly. It'll fail, and you just don't want that. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. And you're actually in your car and you're looking at this kind of material and it's just peeling up. It's going to bother you so much more than the extra $100 you could have spent on a better material.
I think we need to unscrew this. Looks like they took this out and wrapped under it.
Oh, they wrapped under it?
Looks like it, yeah. Look.
Okay. All right, well, it looks like we're going to have to take that off, but...
Maybe a little more.
Yeah.
It's okay, a little more thorough than I thought they'd be.
Well, hey, at least they did somewhat of a good job tucking it under that.
Right.
We got almost all the yellow off, but we do have to take off that dial right there just to get the very last piece out. Just couldn't quite pull it out, unfortunately. So we are pulling that out to get that last piece, and then we're going to move on to the rest of the interior. All right, we're moving back onto the interior right here. We're going to take off this little piece right in the center. Same exact process. You're just going to heat it up a little bit, find an edge, and peel it right out. This piece should come nice and easy. Same carbon fiber. This is gonna look so much better than it did. Oh yeah. Yellow was not the move for the interior of this. I don't mind the red with the black. I think it's actually gonna look okay. At some point, I do want to change the red over to a different color. So if you know somebody who can actually do that, can make a kit to replace all the leather on the interiors of these, let me know, because I would definitely be interested. We got another little bit every time we get something like that. So we're going to use the plastic peel tools to just catch that last little lip and pull it right out. So as we were actually pulling all the vinyl off, we decided to just take a couple of the interior pieces off to really just check them out, figure out what they actually did with this red leather. And we made a massive discovery. We realized that this material is actually just wrapped right over the top of the original leather. We thought they pulled it off and that it was a brand new leather replacement, but this is actually just right on top of the original leather, which is huge, so we can just pull this off and it'll go back to stock.
I'm also afraid the glue is going to make it re-adhere, you know what I mean?
You get some acetone.
I don't know if it would re-adhere, but...
Nail polish removed is all good. So.
Oh yeah, true, and glue off.
They used a lot of adhesive on this. I hope it's not all over the front of it too. There it is.
All right, now we're getting into the nitty gritty.
Into the nitty gritty of it all. They use the adhesive all over the front too. Oh yeah, they did.
Look, you can see the original stitching.
It's all the hand stitching done by Nissan back in the factory.
Yo, this is insane.
This is wild. I really never expected this to actually be the case, but I guess it explains as to why it was so much thicker than I expected it to
I
be.
don't like to actually... That's why you'll see too in a lot of these videos, it looks like the pieces are super easy to pull off the car. That's not normal. And it looks like they attach these pieces where they should usually come apart. Look.
It does kind of look like that.
They screwed this. It's supposed to be a pop clip.
They
But
just
maybe they
screwed
broke
right
it.
in.
I don't know what
No, that
happened.
might have been originally
You
screwed
think
in.
so?
Yeah, that looks like it might have originally been screwed in. But we can take that off to kind of help us pull that one piece off.
Yeah.
So we'll start taking that off before we continue on. All right, so we're on to day 2. We ended up taking a little break. It's the Christmas season right now. We ended up getting busy, but we did work on a couple of pieces trying to get some of that leather off to actually see if we could successfully do it without tearing up the leather underneath. And I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I mean, we got to clean it up a little bit still, but it looks pretty good comparatively to the red. I mean, this is going to look so much better than what looks like inside already. And I am so excited. We got this piece done. We also got the center piece right here done. And I'll show you a little bit more on some of the other pieces as we take them out. But stay tuned because this interior is going to look brand new. So Roberta's jumping in and she's going to try to pull out the center piece right now. It kind of just feels like you have to manhandle it out of there. It doesn't look like there's any screws anywhere in it. And a lot of these interior pieces, you'd be very surprised, but you just kind of have to pull them. They pop right out and they're just, yeah, look at that. You just rip it out and it comes right out. Just make sure there's no screw in the bottom corner there before we tear something out. But the seat doesn't move back any farther, unfortunately. Is it stuck? Is there a screw? No, okay, you got it.
This is this.
All right. Oh, perfect. So yeah, this one's just all pop clips and that one pulls right out too. So taking apart a GTR is a lot easier than you may think, honestly.
Yeah.
You don't have to unscrew much of anything. It's just kind of pop clips and not being afraid of breaking something. But
Yeah.
I mean,
There was one screw earlier that we took out.
yeah, one screw in the center, but that was attached to the actual center cowl right there. And, wow. Well, that's the original color right there. If you guys wanted to know, a little sneak peek before we end up unwrapping the entire thing. Man, I am so excited. What do you think, baby?
I am hyped. I can't wait to see the color.
Yeah, you've hated this interior since the second you laid eyes on it, huh?
Yeah, really bad.
I think pretty much everyone is either I absolutely love it. You need to keep every single piece of it in there, or dear God, my eyes.
It gives
I
me a headache.
hate everything. Yeah. I mean, the headliner itself doesn't really help as well. If there's any kind of sun, you're just blinded by everything inside of the car. So I am very happy and very excited to not be blinded every time I drive. Even if it's dark outside, I feel like I should be wearing some sunglasses.
Yeah.
What are you going after now?
I don't know. I'm just taking a peek at like what would be a good next move.
Good next move. All right. Because I don't know if we can get this piece right here done yet.
I don't know. We have to get the chairs out. I'm thinking maybe see what this is all about if we open this and see, or these.
Yeah, we could just start unwrapping those pretty easily. You could just get those, and then we could probably go to the door cards right after that. Actually, the door cards will be really easy to pull out, and the only thing I'm really worried about is this section right here with all the velvet and what's underneath that.
Nah, it'll be easy. We just gotta pop the armrest.
All right, well, it looks like we're going. It looks like we're going for the door cards next. I'll go over while she's doing that. She just couldn't wait, just tearing stuff off immediately.
Wow, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. That's the piece that she did on her Instagram.
Luxe Custom Autos. There's a video about this.
Right on the Instagram, right there. Already called it out once, but we're always gonna plug her business.
All right, so there's a couple. Feels like T20. No, that's the door stuff. We don't need that. We need.
I believe there's one right in center
T10s
there.
Here. There's 3.
And then I think there's one actually right underneath this light right here.
I'm gonna need, my fingernails are too short.
Yeah, so we need a pop clip, tool, and a screwdriver, it looks like, right?
Couple, yep.
Perfect. All right, well, we'll get those tools and start ripping this out.
Yeah.
All right, so we got everything out. Everything except for that we forgot. So we just took out that little plastic clip out of the side there, and it's ready to pop up and out.
Yeah, so here. And then just...
Perfect. And there should be a couple of electrical connections on the back side of it, right?
We gotta take that off.
Gotta take that right there. So that's the actual locks. Did you already get that? No. Go ahead and reach up in there. Can you lower it a little bit? There we go. Pop that right out. And the exact same thing right there. Pop it out of the little clip. It's easier said than done for sure. Here, let me get at it. So if you come in here, you line that up, pop it out. And then we got the electrical connector right over here as well. Looks like there's only one. Yeah, there's only
2.
Is there 2? Yeah. Oh, there is 2. Okay. That's a little jumper one off the other. You got the dainty fingers. You can just pick it off right here, right? Perfect.
And, oh, there's 3. The speaker.
Oh, there's 3.
The speaker.
3. Is that one attached? No, that's just attached internally.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to take it off. That's why I thought there was 2. Look at that. Oh yeah, they just went right over the top of the carpet too on that. So hopefully they didn't. Yeah, this is
stapled.
Oh man.
This is left alone.
Yeah,
Saving
they
grace.
left some of it alone. This is just right over the top. Oh. This is all just glued right over the top. They spray painted this. What the? Why is there yellow just attached on the backside here? That's the Slim Jim holders. Okay. Well, that is impressive. Impressive work right there. I absolutely love it. What do you think?
Honestly, I thought it was going to be worse.
You thought it was going to be worse?
I don't know why, but
What could be worse about this?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be, like, a lot more aggressive. Like,
oh, yeah. Look at all the holes that they put in this.
Holy shit. Those are just literally sticking out straight sharp. We got to be careful there.
Yeah. That's
what
a lot.
What even is that?
That's a lot of... That's the staples, I think.
Yeah, but, like...
I don't know what they would have stapled there.
I think it's layered on the front.
Oh, no. That's awful. All right. Well, we'll find out. Hopefully they didn't staple through all the leather, but it's kind of looking like they did. May have to get new door cards at some point, but we can get those from Nissan, actually. They're a lot cheaper than I thought they would be.
They broke every single clip because, as you notice, every single clip is a different color.
Yep.
Maybe the blue was the original?
Maybe the blue was the original.
Pink was definitely not.
Yeah, I'd say Pink is not the original color.
These are probably original though, because, or maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. There's
Oh,
so
well.
much going on.
These are soft.
Well, we're gonna bring this over to the desk and start working on this now too.
I'm gonna have to unscrew all this.
Take everything off. All right, let's bring it over. She's done this a million times. So you just start with heat, take the heat gun, go around it, find a spot to actually pick at it. And once you get that spot, it'll just generally kind of peel right away. Hopefully there's nothing really going on underneath and they can cut the paint up or the plastic, whatever is underneath there. There it goes. It's always so satisfying. There it is. Ah,
I know,
almost
right?
had it.
It's too
Less
cold.
satisfying. Less satisfying. I lied to you guys.
Is this leather too? Seems like
It might be leather.
it. Feels like it.
It's probably all they can hear is that heat gun.
Oh yeah, come on this side.
There it goes. Perfect.
Oof.
Oh, you missed a spot and the spot up here, but
Hey,
hey,
you gonna
hey.
leave this? That's all
Yeah,
there.
that's amazing. That's the best part.
Oh, it's like,
Oh, they actually riveted that on.
oh yeah.
That's pretty
We're
good.
gonna be needing a new one of these.
Yep, I need a new one of them. Oh
That's
man.
so funny.
Well,
Oh my
at
God.
least it's not coming off. They didn't
playing.
want that thing leaving at all. They said, screw the Bose speakers. They're Slim Jim speakers now. All right, so moving down to this section right here, it's the exact same thing. Just gonna heat it up, peel it back, and then we're gonna take off the little flame section on the handle there as well. Maybe this one will be slightly more satisfying, but it is cold outside, so the material just tends to rip a little easier.
What the hell was that?
I just took the paint right with it, is what that was. Cheap material. Remember guys, if you ever get your car wrapped, do not cheap out on the material. That is the most important part. And if you buy cheap material, you'll get a cheap outcome and you will probably hate it within 3 to 4 months.
Yep.
It may look good for the first little section there, but it'll start peeling away, and when they take it off, it'll peel all your paint off, and it is just never worth cheaping out on your material. It's a couple extra $100, but it will save
Look
you
at that.
so much down the line. It's
That's
just
weird.
delaminating. That is impressive. Oh man.
Alright, when we take it all apart, we can get the line there.
Yeah, we'll get the
'cause they
line
must have
there.
taken it all apart
This
when they...
section right there. I'm sure they took it all apart to do all the red and everything too.
Oh, true.
There's no way they would have been able to redo all the leather and whatever you call this without taking the door completely apart. So we'll get all that when we take it apart as well, but we'll focus on this section right here. Maybe grab just a pair of
Some
scissors or
scissors?
something. Do you have any scissors over here right now?
Wait.
Always prepared.
I guess.
I've been excited for this to come off for a while. When you ripped off the other one in anticipation, I was upset, but also like, yeah, that needed to come off. There it goes. Just tear it right through, nice cheap material. Show off the nice little leather that the Nissan actually wanted us to see. Is that red stitching on that leather as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
You're...
So much better. So much better.
Oh, they glued this one. They didn't glue the other one.
Oh, they glued it. Great. Love that.
You're welcome. So it stays on there, so it stands the test of time.
It is kind of funny too that they ended up going ahead and putting on chalk on a bunch of these things, so you can see what they kind of used to say here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but I can't really even read what it says. F-U, I don't know.
Screw.
Flame full, maybe? Is that what
Maybe that's
it's
what
supposed
this
to
is.
say? Flame full?
They sewed the zipper into the back. So
They
we're gonna
sewed
have to
the
take
zipper
this
into the
out
back.
to get the rest of this.
All right, well, we got to take out
There's
that,
the door handle.
that nice little self-tapper that they put in there and go from there. But hey, the door handle's there. We'll have to clean a little bit of the glue off just like we did with all the interior pieces, but let's go. It's at least a little bit better than the Flame was. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going through and I'm taking off all the screws that are on the back side of the leather itself. I might be taking off a couple extras. I'm really not sure, as I've never done this before, and there's a ton of screws going on in here, but I'm going to focus on trying to get everything off the back side so we can just grab the leather front and start working on that and get it removed and back to the black the same way as those pieces are behind it. There's only about 200 of them into this section, so bear with me as I do this, and I'll show you the piece once I get it off. So we just ran into the first disappointing part of the rip out. The door card itself looks like is one of the only parts that they actually took the leather off of the door. So unfortunately, I won't be able to actually pull this off and save the leather underneath, as it's just not there anymore. So what we'll do for now is we'll just kind of put this back up, maybe just slap one more staple in there, because what's that going to hurt? And take off this sticker, and we'll leave this red until I can order a new door card. Hopefully Nissan actually sends all the leather with it. I would assume they would, but we'll find out and go from there. But we're going to put this door back together, put it back on, and we will start tackling something else. Unfortunately, this part just didn't work out, and that's going to happen. We're going to try to figure out if we want to just buy a whole new door card from Nissan, or if we just want to do a new skin and try something that I've never done before. I mean, I haven't done most of this, so what's a new thing to just add on to the collection? But that's where I'm going to end this video. I'm going to go ahead and look into a little bit more, and we're going to continue filming, but we're going to end today's video on that. If you want to see the rest of the transformation of the car, just go ahead and like, subscribe, comment what you think is the worst part of the car, and we'll continue on. See ya.